your starting lineups. Batting first for the Pirates, the left fielder, number 2, Nick Stiles. Batting second, the catcher, number 3, Lane Hall. Batting third, the designated hitter, Keaton David. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 21, Andrew Moss. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Ford Johnson. Batting sixth, your shortstop, number 7, Kevin Johnson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Nathan Petro. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Keegan Miller. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 0, Cam Dottie. And your center fielder, number 4, Cade Roswell. Now for your Panthers. Batting first, the catcher, number 3, Matthew Bradley. Batting second, the third baseman, number 6, Gunnar McGilbride. Batting third, the shortstop, number 2, Maddox McCrossin. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Whitaker. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 10, Wade Reed. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 15, Cullen McFall. Batting seventh, your right fielder, number 1, Gavin Booth. Batting eighth, your pitcher, number 13, Carter Klein. And batting ninth, new first baseman, number 4, Tucker Davis. And your second baseman, number 17, Jaden Melendez. For your umpires tonight, at home plate, Biff Williams. At first base, Ricky Mosley. At second base, Matt Andy. And at third base, Jason Hastings. Fans, at this time we ask that you would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, good evening and welcome in, baseball fans. Glad to have you here with me this evening. Taylor Honey, Cedar Creek Media, hanging out here on the Mabank Athletics YouTube channel. And as you see, we are at a big boy park today. We are at Riders Field in Frisco. I keep wanting to call it Dr. Pepper. It was Dr. Pepper Ballpark here for many, many, many years. And as somebody who grew up in the North Dallas area, as a McKinney kid myself, I have spent many a game right here at this place. Matter of fact, the porch I'm standing on right now, I've taken in quite a few baseball games from this vantage point. So a little bit of a childhood dream for me tonight as well, to get to come hang out and call a game at this field. And I'm telling you, it's kind of going, I was thinking about it. It's me and Cullen McFall. We have been the beneficiaries of a couple of awesome venues this year, both of us getting to go to both the American Airlines Center and now Riders Field here in Frisco. And it is going to be a good one here tonight. We have got an out-of-district matchup here at Writers Field tonight. It is the Pittsburg Pirates coming on to take on your Mabank Panthers. Both teams have we're going to be honest with each other. If you're looking at just the records, not necessarily anything that's going to blow you away on a sheet of paper, but then you look at the competition that they've been playing and how they've been playing against that competition, and it tells you that these are two pretty high-level squads, and we're going to be the beneficiaries of getting to watch a little bit of that here today. Got a couple of things here and there I'm going to be trying to work throughout the game. As you see, we've got a couple of different camera angles tonight, so I'll be working on that, and maybe got an intro or two, and maybe got another trick or two up my sleeve somewhere. So we'll just have to see where the night takes us. And I'm just going to tell y'all now, the way things are set up, it's not really a great situation. I mean, it's awesome venue, awesome ballpark, everything's great. The only thing that's not great about it is with where I'm at and kind of having to do things, I don't really have the space to like sit down and write notes. So I don't have a real good chance of taking down stats. I'm going to try and fly through a couple of them as best I can, but it might not. Well, let's not kid each other. I'm already not the most reliable stat taker in the world, but it might be even just a hair shakier tonight. I'll tell you what's not shaky. That is the sophomore that is up on the bump tonight. It's going to be Carter Klein starting things out for your Mabank Panthers. And I'm telling you, he has been I don't want to say a revelation, because if you talk to Coach McCross, and he kind of knew, he saw the potential in this kid, knew he was going to be a baller. But as somebody who sees the team a lot, but not on an everyday basis, he kind of took me by surprise just how well he threw the ball that first time I saw him against Lindale. That was the game that was 2-1, and I mean, man, he kept his squad in it throughout the whole game, man, or until he got taken out at least. But I'm telling you, warrior mentality for that young man. Excited to see how he comes out here tonight, playing against, again, a out-of-district matchup. As I realized, maybe if I did a thing or two right, maybe I could take a few better stats than I was expecting to, but we'll see how it goes. All right, well, let's go down to field level here. Getting ready for our first pitch of the night as I pull out these lineups here. It is Nick Stiles leading things off here. Stiles, the left fielder. First pitch he sees is going to be low and away for a ball. But we are officially underway here at Ryder Field. Their head coach, Juan Perez, over in Pittsburg, he was in Palestine that year. I was there at the newspaper in Palestine, so didn't get to know him real well, but definitely know the name, as that one is going to be chopped in the infield. Up to make the play, Tucker Davis gets the ball, but man, how about the hustle there by Stiles? Legs out an infield single, and that is going to put a man on first here. And it'll bring up the two-hole hitter. As you heard, Lane Hall. He's going to be the man behind the dish tonight. Going to be working with a man on first. No outs here in the top of the first. So Klein going to be probably looking for a double play ball here. Got a good defense behind him. We'll set that defense here in just a minute. First pitch here is going to be swung on and missed. That was a mighty swing by Hall. Lane trying to send that one over there to the peak porch. Bigger field than these guys are used to playing as well. So now this one going to be chopped foul. Also a kind of a bigger area behind the stands and everything, more built up around here, so the shadows are going to be a little bit different than these guys are used to. So we'll see if they come into play overnight. Now this one going to be roped out towards left field. Running over, can't make the play. It's up over the head. That thing was absolutely smashed. Runner going to come around third. Play at the plate is just behind the runner there. So it was a good effort out in left field. That is Quade Green, but man, that is a lot of space out there he had to cover. And it ends up being a stand-up double and the first run of the night on the board. Now we'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, the DH, Keaton Maban. First pitch to him is going to be hit hard out towards left again, but that is going to end up in the home bullpen. So it'll be a long strike. Still nobody out here. Checking back on the runner is Klein now to the plate, and that one going to be just off of the edge. Even things up 1-1. Just thinking tonight I'll be able to really trust the board. Not that everybody doesn't do a good job, but these guys, it's what they do for a living. So now time going to be granted here. Maban wanted it and got it. It's a big guy up at the plate. 1-1 pitch is going to be hammered. It's going to be in center field. Jackson going to have to charge, and just so much space in this outfield, man. You got to play a lot of ground. And that time it just kind of died when it was up in the air. So that is going to put runners on the corners now. And it is going to bring up the 4-hole hitter here, Andrew Moss. Moss in a good spot here. Again, runners on the corners, nobody out. First pitch he sees going to be just a little off the dish. Coach Perez barking out orders over on third base, coaching that third base line. And next pitch from Klein. Ooh, thought it tickled the zone, but no give. So 2-0 now. But yeah, as I said, grew up around in this area, went to a lot of games here. It's amazing to see how much it's built up. So the next pitch is going to be just under the zone. Again, I'm kind of, I actually put that in the wrong spot there, sorry. So 3-0. Yeah, whenever I was growing up out here, there was really nothing but the mall and the ballpark. So it's amazing to see what all there is. That is going to be a free pass awarded here to Moss. And that'll now bring up the 5-hole hitter, Cord Johnson. He's going to be the opposing pitcher. So he's going to be coming on looking to do a little support for himself. Going to be a conversation here at the mound. Coach Waxler going to go out and talk to his young pitcher. Again, just a sophomore is Carter Klein. While they're doing that, let's go ahead and set the defense here for your Panthers. This will also be the batting order. Matthew Ratley going to be playing behind the plate as usual. Gunnar McGilver going to be in the hot corner at third, batting second. Maddox McCrossan be hitting third, playing short. Jackson Whitaker in the 4-hole, playing center field. Quade Green in left. Cullen McFall going to be the DH tonight. Gavin Foote going to be batting seventh, playing right field, as I've been saying. Carter Klein on the mound. He'll be batting eighth. And then Big Tucker Davis, going to be playing first base and batting ninth in the order. Jaden Melendez playing second base, but is not batting in the early going here. So as PA announcer beats me to it, Cord Johnson going to be climbing up to take his first set of hacks. First pitch is going to be just off of the zone. One-0 pitch. And that one going to be lifted out towards left. Green has a beat on it, able to get the catch. It's going to be tossed in and going to be behind the runner. Well, excuse me, actually does a good job of holding the runner on second. Was going to be an RBI or a sac fly, pretty much no matter what. But that'll be now the first out. takes the lead runner away, but unfortunately it's because of a run. Now brings up Kevin Johnson, shortstop. First pitch was a strike there. As I realized, I went to write down K. Johnson on my little sheet and realized there was already a K. Johnson. Had to break out the second initial. Now this one going to be hit hard, and that is going to find the gap. That's going to be trouble. One run is going to come in. Whitaker having a little trouble grabbing it up. Play is going to hold the runner at third, but that is going to be hold the runner at second. But that will be a 2 RBI double there for Kevin Johnson. And Pittsburg breaking it open here in the early going. 4 runs on the board, only needing 4 hits so far to do it. Brings up Nathan Netro here. First pitch is going to be a take. Excuse me, hit the wrong button, so 1-0. And now this one going to be fouled back. No play could be made. It'll even things up at 1-1. Like I said, both these teams have played a lot of tough competition. Each one of these teams pretty tough themselves. Pittsburgh showing it here in the early going. Going to be another hard gap shot here. That is going to get down. Green collects it, gets it in. But it is going to be basically what we just saw, other than Netro is only going to get 1 RBI, as there was just the 1 man on the bag. But it will be an RBI double. And it'll be 5-0 now. Pittsburgh on top. And going to be another discussion on the mound here. So it looks like that is Jaden Melendez going to be coming in. So Jaden Melendez is going to be coming in. He'll inherit a runner. But before we do that, how about we take us a short little break. Put myself in the exact wrong spot here. There we go. All right, how about we take ourselves a little break, give him a chance to warm up and hear from our buddies over at Mosier's. We'll be right back here after this.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Mosier Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Mosier Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
So Jaden Melendez, as you see, going to be coming in, taking over on the mound. Again, Klein, really dandy young pitcher, but unfortunately today just not quite his day. Now fellow sophomore Jaden Melendez going to come in and give it a run. They kind of switch back and forth between pitching and second base whenever one of them is on the mound. So, and that is exactly what is going to happen. Is Klein going to step over, take over on second base. And we are going to continue on here. This is going to be Keegan Miller stepping up to the dish to take his first set of hacks. As I said earlier, shadows creeping in towards home plate. Matter of fact, right on top of it now. So we'll see if that changes anything for these guys. First pitch swinging. So Melendez delivers a strike on his first pitch. Miller going to be playing second base for the Pirates when they hit the field. Next pitch is going to be a breaking pitch, and umpire thought about it, thought better of it at the last moment, calls it a ball. 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be hit out towards center field. This one is going to get down, as it actually ended up more in right field. And I think Foote just kind of lost it in the sun. Again, kind of peeking over that direction. So runner will advance up and put runners on first and third. He'll go down, I guess, technically as a single. I like to be lenient about these things. Be the 6th hit for Pittsburgh here in the top of this inning. Now, first pitch, Ratley going to check down over at second. Ball gets away. And that'll allow a runner to come in. So that will be another run on the board for the Pirates. I'll put a man on second. There we go. Still just a 1 out here in the inning. By the way, this is Cam Doughty on the mound. Or not on the mound, excuse me, in the box. Now he's going to foul one back. Makes a mighty thud off of the backstop there. Next pitch is going to be ripped down the third base line, but foul. So Melendez is going to find himself in the driver's seat here, 1-2. Trying to help his Panthers get out of the half inning here. These guys did just play a pretty emotional game last night as well. Came back to win over Van 7-6. Good job there by Ratley to get that one blocked. So evens it back up, 2-2. Let's see how the sophomore responds here. He's not even, oh, there he goes. Now he checked the runner, now comes to the mound, and that will fill him up. Ratley putting a little extra juice on the throw back that time. Catcher's way of saying lock it in. Payoff pitch, and that one's going to bounce in the dirt. So that'll be a free pass awarded. And the Pirates have officially batted around here in the half inning. Brings up the leadoff man, Nick Stiles.
Now batting number 2, Nick Stiles.
So runners on first and second. And that pitch going to be in the dirt. Mabank has at least got a setup for a double play here. Could start at any base. Well, I guess except for home, if you want to consider it a base. I know it's not technically a base if you're talking to a baseball purist. Next pitch, that one going to be called a strike. Find in the corner of the zone. One pitch is going to be just off the zone there. Again, a good job by Ratley. Able to get over in front of the ball. And Melendez checks back over, going to step off the rubber, think about it a little bit more. It's also kind of a revenge game of sorts, if you want to say. It's the first game of the year. I think it was really more of a glorified scrimmage. Mabank able to get a pretty big win over Pittsburgh, so I think they're wanting to even the score here a bit, but Melendez does get a strike, so make it now 2-2. Chance to get another out on the board here, maybe even a slight chance for two. And now this one going to be tapped out towards center, and it'll get down. Whitaker fields it on the hop, gets the throw in pretty quickly. Going to be cut off. It would have been behind the runner anyway. So that will be the second single of the first inning, but it'll be the first RBI for Styles. And it looks like Melendez is going to come off the mound, and the senior, Tucker Davis, going to slide over from first. So Mabank already having to make their second pitching change of the first inning. While they're doing it, we're going to take us a short break. Be right back after this here on Cedar Creek Media and the Mabank Athletics YouTube page.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, second man to have his second AB of the inning here. It's going to be the opposing catcher, Lane Hall. First pitch he sees is going to be off the zone for a ball. Still just the one out in the inning. I'm actually a run down. It is 7-0 here. Now this one going to be lifted way high in the air. Going to be a chance to play it, and Gunnar McGilvra going to be able to range over in foul territory to make the catch. So that'll be out number 2 here of the inning. Keeps the runners right where they're at. Hall had a RBI double. It was the first RBI of the game, but now goes down. Brings up the DH Maben here. First pitch to him going to be right above the numbers for a ball. Tuck delivering some heat here. Next pitch. Also going to be just a little high off of the zone. Checks the runner back at second. Now comes to the plate, and that one's going to be fouled back. It would get just a little piece of it there, send it back to the backstop. Maben had a single earlier in the inning. Advanced the runner up and put him in scoring position. That runner did end up coming around. That was Hall that came around to score on it, so he did his work. Now Maben going to ask for time and receive it. This Tuck taking a little extra time, checking back on the runner at second. Again, checking. Now coming to the plate. And that one going to find the bottom of the zone for a strike. So 2-2, Mabank. One strike to get themselves out of the inning here. Been a little bit of trouble in the early going. Tuck going to step it off, replaying the approach here. 2-2 pitch, and just off the zone. Good job there by Maben to lay off of it. Will fill things up 3-2. A little bit easier to be patient whenever you've had the offensive output these guys have in the top of the inning. Now this one going to be fouled back and into the seats. About 5-6 feet behind a mom at a patio table's head there. She did a real nice job of not panicking. I would have probably flinched for everybody to see. So another 3-2 pitch going to be on the way here for Tuck. Crossing, falls back out. Runner's going to be going. That's going to be lifted high in the air. Whitaker nestles underneath and is able to mercifully end the half inning. So Mabank going to have some work to do here with the bats as Pittsburg takes an early 7-0 lead. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. Come back right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local. All right, back here at the Founders Club at Riders Field. As I said, spent a lot of time up here when I was a kid. My mom does nails, and she had a client that would give us tickets up here every once in a while. And I'm telling you, there was not much for a chunky kid like myself, like getting a phone call after school on a Wednesday and saying, "Hey, we got tickets to go to the Founders Club at the Rough Riders Field. All you can eat, take in a game, all that kind of good stuff." So, yeah, I'm telling you. Some of my fondest memories from a youngster was sitting right here in this patio, funny enough, as I've sat here a few times in my career. Enjoying it in a little different view this time as we have got Mabank Panther baseball happening here. Kind of a rough start for Mabank out in the field. They're going to see if they can change things with the sticks, as it's going to be the left-handed batting Matt Ratley starting out the half inning for the Panthers. Not many catchers out there that bat leadoff, and Rat is one of the best there is, and he's going to rope a good shot. Unfortunately, going to be right at the left fielder there. So Ratley is going to go down on a well-hit ball. That's one of those where there's just no justice in baseball, as he got a big old piece of that. And a good catch out in the corner outfield by Nick Stiles. Is now going to bring up Gunnar McGilvra. Oh, sorry. His first pitch he sees. Going to be just off of the zone. Next pitch, going to find a piece. We'll make it now 1-1. Next pitch going to be well off of the zone there. 2-1 now the count. Man up on the bump again, by the way, for Pittsburgh is Cord Johnson. Now big swing and a miss that time by Gunnar. Was looking to put a run on the board with that swing. So 2-2. Johnson taking his time. Now into the windup and going to be just off the plate. Good discipline there by Gunner to not take a hack at that. Definitely one that would be hard to lay off. Now here comes Johnson again. Now this one going to be fouled back. Gunner keeping himself alive here. It was a tough pitch to deal with and did what he could with it, and that was foul it off. So the AB will continue. And next pitch, going to catch that outside corner, and that will be one of them backward Ks there. Sorry, didn't have those outs on the board either. So that'll now bring up the Mad Dog, Maddox McCrossin. Shortstop for your Panthers. Believe this game is going to take this young man a long way. First pitch he sees is going to be just off of the zone for a ball. One-0 pitch, and that's going to find the exact same spot that he punched McGilver out on. Johnson working a little bit faster here against McCrossin. Now McCrossin going to tap one up the middle. Kind of a slow roller, going to have to get it over quickly, and Pittsburgh does. So Mabank, after a kind of thunderous first half inning for Pittsburgh, not able to get anything on the board quite yet. Matter of fact, didn't even get themselves on base quite yet. So got a few things to figure out on both sides, but the good thing I know about these guys, they're pretty good at figuring things out on the fly. We'll see if they can do it right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056.
All right, so defensive note that I didn't make back in the last half inning. Cullen McFall came in to play first base as Tucker Davis is now on the mound. It's going to be Andrew Moss leading off the half inning here. First pitch to him going to be well high for a ball. So Tucker, the third pitcher on for Mabank so far tonight, kind of helps settle things down a bit. Now that's a big strike to get him back into the AB here, 1-1. Next pitch. Going to be off the plate. Going to put Moss back in the driver's seat of the at-bat here. 2-1 now the count. See what Tuck gives him. He goes into the windup, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Good pitch there. So Moss going to be down to his last strike. Got a walk in the first inning. And now he is going to tap one over towards second. Klein going to collect, make the throw over. And that'll be 1 up, 1 down. Something Mabank definitely needed here. Kind of get themselves back in rhythm. So that is one thing Mabank has done pretty well, at least whenever I've got to see them play, is they don't allow the big inning. So now that they have allowed one, we'll have to see how they respond. Brings up the opposing pitcher, Cord Johnson here. He picked up a sac RBI, was actually the first out of the inning back in the first, but picked up an RBI in the process, so officially doesn't have an at-bat. 1-0 pitch, and that one going to be swung on and missed. So again, Tuck delivering a little cheese here tonight. Unfortunately, don't have the radar gun rocking, or I'd be letting you know. Next pitch, going to be high. I don't want to call it a waste pitch because kind of gets the batter's eye level a little bit higher. Let's see how he changes it up. And yeah, it was exactly what. He tried to go low after the pitch sailed on him a bit, but unfortunately just a little too much bite as it ends up bouncing off of the plate. So that is going to put Johnson in a good spot here in the hitter's count 3-1. And that one going to be laced towards McCrossan. And man, that thing had smoke coming off of it. McCrossan was able to knock it down. I was going to say, taking a little time to get to the ball, but I think he was Darren Johnson take off on that once he realized where the ball was. So Cord Johnson gets himself on board. Will now bring up Kevin Johnson, batting with a man on and one out. Mabank going to be looking for the double play ball here for sure. Let's see what the first offering from Tuck's going to be. Going to be low and on the inside, but not low and inside enough to not count. So 0-1. It's definitely something we want to see from Mabank here. Get themselves set up early in counts. Wasn't exactly a breakneck attempt there by Tuck to check the runner back, but just keeping him honest over there. And time going to be granted to the batter here, right as Tuck was just about set. Working from the stretch here now, of course, with the man on base. And again, that one had a little more mustard on it, checking back over to first. But again, able to slide back in there is Johnson. Cord Johnson, that is. Kevin Johnson up to bat, and he is going to take a mighty hack. Couldn't make contact. So 0-2. Davis again going to check back on the runner. And it gets underneath the glove of McFall. And McFall going to have to eat it. So he'll get it back into the pitcher, but that'll let the runner advance 90. Breaks up the double play opportunity as well. And time going to be awarded. So pitch doesn't count. You never know what would have happened, but that was definitely a strike. So could have potentially been a punch out. So Davis taking his time. Now comes to the mound. That one going to be well inside. So Johnson stays alive here in the at-bat. And now this one going to be fouled. So again, battling, keeping himself together. So he'll get another 1-2 pitch. Again, all 7 runs put up by Pittsburgh in the first inning. And now, good discipline again to lay off of that one. Was definitely off of the plate, but had some movement on it, so kind of tricky a little bit. Tuck trying to get his first punch out. Comes to the plate, and that is going to be a foul tip. honestly probably ends up working out in the favor of Mabank. If it was a swinging strike, the ball wasn't in the glove, and that would have been a long run for Ratley to go get over there and get it in. So another 2-2, and this one going to be just off of the plate. Trying to find that outside edge, and just a little too far there was Tuck. Full count, and that one is going to be another. Oh, no, they are going to say that is an out, so that would be the first punch out of the night.
She comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So, 2 outs now on the board. Brings up Netro. Going to be a courtesy runner. As I believe, yeah, that was, I believe that's Johnson that is out there running. So, going to let the pitcher get a courtesy runner. So, first pitch to Neto here. Ratley going to appeal down, doesn't get the call, so it will hold as a ball. So 1-0 count. Mabank trying to keep Pittsburg off the board here after allowing 7 in the first. Tucker Davis, the senior, has done a good job to come in and kind of right the ship. Ooh. Oh, all right. There you go. Got that pitch on the outside. That was just absolute cheese there from Tuck. One count. Again, got that runner at second. Does Pittsburg. Across and falls back. Pitch is going to be tapped foul. Down third base line into the dugout. So Davis going to be 1 strike away from ending this half inning quietly for Pittsburg. One-two pitch, gonna bounce in. Ratley has a chance at third, gets the throw in there, and he is gonna be out. So how about that? Rat making the play, and that is the way the half inning ends. So we're gonna go ahead and take another short break. We'll come back, bring you to the bottom of the second right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
All right, so Mabank able to calm things down in the top of the second, keep Pittsburgh to no runs. Gonna look for a little offense here. Couldn't think of the word there for a minute, I'm telling you. And that's not a good thing. Need Mabank to remind me what offense is here. Finding themselves down 7-0. Again, that has been kind of a strength of Mabank throughout the year, from what I know at least, of avoiding the big inning. And now we're going to have to see how they respond, how they come back from it. Going to be a couple of good batters to lead off the inning here. Going to be Jackson Whitaker and Quade Green. Cullen McFall now at first base is going to be the man in the hole. So Cord Johnson still up on the bump here. And we'll see what Witt comes up with his first plate appearance of the night. First pitch to him, gonna find a piece of the zone. That'll be a strike. Johnson looked pretty fantastic there in the bottom of the first. Now this one going to be hit high in the air, but is not going to leave the infield. Shortstop going to be able to range underneath and make the play. That is Kevin Johnson, the other Johnson. So that'll be one gone here in the bottom of the second. And it'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, the left fielder, Quade Green. First pitch he sees is going to be low and out of the zone, skipped away from the catcher. That thing had a little extra mustard. Again, would love to see that radar gun working, but can't have all the things, you know. Big hack that time, not able to make contact for Quade. I think he was expecting a fastball and got a breaker there. 1-1 pitch. And this one going to be tapped towards third. And skips over. Shortstop Kevin Johnson able to collect it and makes a super accurate throw. Now it was well behind Green. But man, that was beautifully done there for a play that doesn't result in an out. So that'll put a man on first, be the first base runner of the night for Mabank. Brings up the first baseman, Cullen McFall. Again, started out tonight as the designated hitter, but has been called into service in the field as Tucker Davis moved over from first onto the mound. So let's see what the sophomore can do with the bat here. First pitch, and Green kind of faking like he was going to go to second, get a reaction from the catcher. So 0-1 here to McFall. Showing bunt now. Is going to get it down. Slow roller. Pitcher going to be able to pick it up, and it's going to be a high throw. So that is going to get McFall all the way up to second and put Green on third. And so how about that? Mabank in a position to do a little damage of their own here. And going to be a conversation here. Coach Perez of Pittsburgh going to want to go out and talk to his fireballer. So we're going to put that down officially. Man, I guess reach on an error is going to be what I put down there because it would technically be a sacrifice, but doesn't really work out that way. So Johnson going to be left out on the mound. Coach Perez just wanted to talk things through a little bit. Big chance here for Gavin Foote. Senior going to come up with a couple of men in scoring position and just the one out. Mabank needing to start chipping away at this lead. And now going to be another mound visit, but it is going to be the catcher, number 3, Lane Hall, come out to have a little talk. All right, so now Foote going to step up into the box. First pitch he sees is going to be a bunt. He's going to get it down. Bobble going to try and make a play at the plate, and safe going to be the call. Another run going to come in, and that is going to be out. So McFall not able to get in, but Mabank does put one on the board.
Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
So Gavin we'll credit him with a single and an RBI. And again, Mabank going to draw just a bit closer here. There we go. Couldn't find my run to put on there, but 2 gone now in the inning. Runner on second base. There we go. Had to get things corrected.
Now batting number 13, Carter Klein.
Brings up the man that started on the mound, and again, very, very great potential on the bump for Carter Klein, but some nights you just don't have it, and unfortunately tonight was the night for him. It was a little bit rough. Let's see if he can do a little work from the batter's box here. First pitch he sees going to be a strike. Oh, okay. And now this one going to be flown well high up in the air. And Johnson going to be able to come up and make the catch. And that will now actually be the second out of the inning, as I missed it. Or I guess it took a second to get corrected on the board. But they did call interference on that last play. So Cullen McFall did score. So it's 2 RBIs for Gavin Foote. And that is now just the second out for Mabank. Still runner over on second base, and that is Foote there. And it is going to be Tucker Davis up on up to bat. Goodness gracious, can't talk. First pitch he sees is going to be called a strike, kind of a high strike. Oh, I already had it on the board. Dadgummit. Sometimes I forget to take these things off. I'd tell y'all to yell at me, but you're not here. Johnson checked on the runner. Foote not budging. Now time going to be granted, and Foote kind of took off, kind of tipped his hand there as Tuck was given the timeout. So they'll definitely keep an eye on Gavin here. Oh, 1 pitch going to be offered at, no contact. So Tuck going to find himself down 0-2 here. Got a lot of speed on second base, don't need anything monstrous. Johnson sets, checks again, now comes to the plate, and that time Davis going to get a piece of it, but it goes foul. Got Matt Ratley waiting on deck. Oh, man. Dadgummit. I've got these intros, and I didn't do it. I'll do it starting this second round. I'm telling you, we're experimenting with a lot of things, trying a lot of different stuff out, and as you know, I'm kind of rocking solo right now, so we're getting all these pieces put together. I'm just trying to make it bigger and better than ever. Bigger and better than anything y'all have seen around in the area, because dadgummit, Mabank deserves it. So Tuck did get a ball there, as you saw, so he's going to climb into the box again with the 1-2 count. And that time going to go down swinging. But Mabank able to chip away at the lead a bit. Now 7-2. And we'll see how the third inning treats us right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Mosher Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Mosher Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
All right, back here to it. Getting ready for the top half of the third. Mabank finding themselves down a little bit in this one. 7-2. Was 7-0 after one, but we're able to bounce back, get the shutdown inning in the top of the second, and put a couple on the board themselves there in the bottom of the inning. Now going to look for consecutive shutdown innings as the senior, Tucker Davis, came in, stopped the bleeding, did a pretty good job of it. And he will continue working here. Now, this is a young man that was already up to bat, Nathan Neto. He was down to his last strike, and then teammate was caught on the base pass, so he is going to get a fresh go at this. First pitch he sees going to be in the dirt for a ball. Again, Tucker's done a fantastic job coming in relief here. He's going to bounce in another one. I swear, every time I say something that is positive about somebody's performance, and something like that happens. (2-0) here, and that one also going to be low and out of the zone. So Tuck in danger of losing the first man on 4 pitches. Let's see how he responds here. And I'm going to show a bunt, pull back, take the strike. There is Neto. Or Netro, excuse me, not Neto, Netro. Doesn't show it this time, and is going to take the free pass. So that'll be his second time on base. Had an RBI double back in the first inning. We'll bring up the 8-hole hitter here in Keegan Miller, the second baseman. Tuck working from the stretch now. First pitch is going to be foul tipped. Miller, second baseman. He picked up a single back in the first. Came around to score a run. Next pitch is, it was way inside on the hands. He was upset with himself for offering at it. Coach Perez telling him to center up a little bit. Finds himself in a bad spot, 0-2. See how he responds, and let's see if Tuck goes after him. He does, and he gets it.
She comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So second strikeout of the night. Both of them coming from Tuck. Oh, I'm sorry, there's not a man on second. I'm not sure what's going on there. There we go. Get it figured out. So that brings up the bottom man in the order, Cam Dottie. First pitch he sees well inside for a ball. Sometimes I get to working these buttons too fast, y'all. So if y'all see bases and stuff bouncing around, just know it's because somebody got a little too excited trying to do it all at once. 1-0 pitch, and that one going to be in the dirt. So 2-0 now. Walking a strikeout so far to start off the top of the third, and going to check back on the runner. Good catch there by McFall, as the throw was a little bit to the wide side of the bag there. Good throw regardless, but 3-0 here. Showing bunt here is Dottie. Now, ooh, he's going to eat one off of the armpit there. So that'll put now runners on first and second with the 1 out. And it will flip the order again. So third at bat for Nick Stiles now. He had 2 singles in the first inning, one of them resulting in an RBI. Has another chance for another RBI here with the man sitting just 180 feet away on second base. See what Tuck does here. And that is going to show, or he showed a bunt. Pitch was in the zone for a strike, but pulled it back. Maybe just didn't quite like the location. So 0-1. Tuck checks the lead runner now, going to come to the plate. And again, going to offer as they try and back pick Klein not able to get the tag in time. Honestly, it's just because Netro was able to beat the throw back in plenty of time, but 0-2. And just off of the plate there. Great pitch there. Challenge pitch by Tucker. Stiles trying to keep his perfect night alive. And that one going to get Stiles in just about the same spot that Dottie ate one. So that will now load it up with just the 1 gone in the inning.
Now number 3, Lane Hall.
Brings up the opposing catcher, Lane Hall. He had a loud RBI double and also flew out in the first inning, so 1 for 2 tonight. But did have the first RBI of the night, kind of broke open the scoring, kind of helped Pittsburgh get on their roll. So play at any base here. Mabank could use one of those double plays to get themselves out of a jam. The first pitch going to be offered a little high. Next pitch is going to be fouled back. Hall liked that pitch higher in the zone, but just not quite able to go up high enough and catch it. Evens things up 1-1 now. And that one also going to be inside. Brush the batter back a bit. Hall, a pretty thick kid, so I don't think he's going to be too concerned about it. And another pitch going to be well high and out of the zone. So Tuck going to take an extra second, collect himself, walk around the mound, check things around. Now comes set, and third consecutive batter going to be hit there. So trying to get that inside pitch is just not quite worked out. And that will be the first run put on the board since the first inning. And Coach Waxler going to want to go out and have another conversation with his guy. We'll see what the decision is. Looks like he's going to take the ball. And it looks like, is that Parker Curtis coming out of the dugout? That is what it looks like. So, yeah, Parker Curtis is going to be going onto the mound, going to be put in a tough spot here, down 8-2 with the runners bases loaded and just one out. So he's going to have a little work to do for himself. But before that, how about we pay the bills a little bit ourselves? And we'll be right back here on Cedar Creek Media.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
So Mabank going to the well once again, as it is going to be junior, right? Yep, junior. Parker Curtis, number 16, out to pitch a little bit tonight. Tell you what, that gives me a chance to use this. Let's see. Let's try this here out. Let's see.
Parker Curtis, catcher, number 16, class of 27.
All right, so again, it is going to be the designated hitter, Keaton Maben, up to take his hacks. Has a single and has also flown out so far tonight. First pitch he sees is going to be off the plate for a strike. Or excuse me, over the plate for a strike. Got ducks on a pond, just the one out, so double play potential all over the place. And Mabank will see if they can get out of this. Next pitch is going to be a strike. So Curtis and that one skips away. Good job by Ratley. Get over there and scoop it up. Runner stay placed. This will be 1-2 now. There we go. I've been having anxiety for the last couple of minutes. They hadn't put that run on the board for Pittsburgh, and I was thinking I'd done screwed up, but nope. I was right, 8-2. 1-2 pitch, and that one going to be hit towards short. McCrossan gets it, makes the throw over. Only one out going to be made, as that was a good play by, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not exactly positive who that was over on first. I believe it was Hall, making the slide to break things up. Looked like they actually had a pinch runner, number 12. That was Ryder Ratley, able to make that slide in and kind of break up the double play opportunity, but it does put another run on the board. Leaves runners on the corners. Now 2 outs in the inning. And first pitch here, going to be off the plate for a ball. Taking a little extra time here. Does Parker? Now comes set, delivers. This one going to be ripped down the third base line, but bounces outside of the bag. So that was kind of a nail biter there, but it does go down as a strike. But that one, yeah, probably would have been a lot of trouble as it was slicing towards the the sidewall there. Could have taken a big kick off the wall towards center field, but and you're not used to playing that, so could have been trouble. Next pitch going to be on the outside. Yeah, you know, it's just different game situations. The chain link kind of will kill a ball, but that big pad out there will kind of give some bounce. So if things do bounce or stay in bounds but kind of cut over towards them, we've seen some crazy bounces in the pros. Again, this is a pro stadium, AA affiliate of your Texas Rangers. Or I should say my Texas Rangers. Not positive you're a fan. You should be. 2-2 pitch. Runner going to take off, and that is going to be foul chopped. So Maben going to have to go back. Don't know that I ever mentioned that this is Andrew Moss up at the plate. He's been battling hard. Grounded out and also been issued a free pass, so he's been on base tonight. Came around to score as well. Was one of 2 RBIs on the board when Kevin Johnson got a couple. Now this one going to be lifted into right field, but ends up in the expensive seats down over there. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie, too. Here in Frisco, there's not really any expensive seats. I mean, obviously, if you're comparing it versus, I don't know, candy bar, might be a little expensive, but Frisco Rough Riders, one of the more affordable sports venues and great venues in the North Texas area. So Parker comes set on the mound. And Moss going to be given time out here. So Curtis going to have to think about it a little bit more. Trying to stop the bleeding here is the junior. And going to check back over to first. By the way, I thought it earlier. I don't know if I actually said it, but Cullen McFall still in the ball game at first. So we'll see if him and Tucker Davis exchange at some point, as Tucker is traditionally the starting first baseman. But McFall, a sophomore, has been playing more and more out in the field. Tall guy, 6'4", 6'5", kind of guy you want to have out there. And that is a punch out there for Parker Curtis.
On the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So that is the way the half inning goes down. We're going to go ahead and take us a short break. We'll come back right after this and bring you more baseball in action. If I can get it to work. There we go. Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local.
Catcher, Matthew Ratley, number 3, 2026 class.
So going to be number 3, Matthew Ratley. As you saw, I'll have those little intros. Try and work those in throughout the night. Leadoff hitter of the game for the Panthers. Well, leadoff hitter in the lineup is going to be leading off the half inning. First pitch he sees is going to be high above the numbers for a ball. So after picking up 2 in the bottom of the second, Mabank surrenders 2 in the third. Now again, Ratley going to hit it out towards left field, but this time it does fall. It's funny the way baseball works is that one not hit nearly as hard as the first one that he had back in the first, but that one goes down as a single. And Mabank, for the first time tonight, is going to have the leadoff man on base. Going to bring up the 2-man in the order. That is Mr. Gunnar McGilvra.
Gunnar McGilvra, class of 2026, number 6, third base.
First pitch to Gunnar, he offered at, and going to try and pick back behind Ratley, and he does a good job to just get in. It was a good move there by Hall behind the plate. Now, Coach McCrossan wanting to have a conversation with the umpire. I think he's seeing something that maybe in the pitch delivery or something. I'm not exactly sure what Coach Mack is seeing down there, but wanted to call a little attention to it. So McGilvra steps back into the box. Was a strikeout victim his first time up. Showing the bunt here. Is going to get it down. It's picked up. Oh, man. Yeah, man, that I try not to be, try not to be this guy or anything like that, but that was a miss there by the official. As before, it ended up foul. Third baseman there, Netro picked it up. So he had a hand on it before it ended up going foul. So that ball should have been in play, but it is called a foul. So 0-2. And McGilvra going to rip it towards second. No play at second, but they will turn around on him. So it advanced the runner up to second base, but it'll be an out on the base pads.
Number 2, Maddox McCrossan.
As you heard, brings up this guy.
Maddox McCrossan, number 2, 2027.
The Mad Dog, Maddox McCrossan, batting with the man in scoring position. Grounded out to his position, shortstop, in the first inning. Going to look to continue to cut into this lead here for Pittsburgh. First pitch he sees going to be off the plate for a ball. Maddox getting himself comfortable in the box here, waiting on this second pitch. Johnson gets set, delivers, and that one going to catch the outside of the zone. Got a seam over the plate. So 1 out, 1 on, 1-1 the count. We got ones all on the field for number 2, as that one going to be just off the plate. 2-1 now going to be the count. This game is the pace is slowed down a bit. Johnson taking a little more time on the mound, and this one going to be fouled back. That'll even things up at 2-2. McCrossan, a great two-strike hitter. We've seen it over the last few years. He is just about as disciplined as they come. Doesn't swing at junk. Finds something he can do something with and doesn't try and do too much with it. Just able to get the barrel of the bat to the ball, and that time is going to take a ball. And that will fill it up now, 3-2. So free pass also a possibility here for the junior. Johnson comes set, checks the lead runner, or the only runner. Delivers, and that is going to be fouled back. Whew. Probably got a pretty good view of that one there. Might have to go back on YouTube and catch that one if I can. For anybody that doesn't know, y'all are on about a 30-second delay of what actually happens. So another 3-2 going to be coming up here. And that one going to be smoked up the middle. Play going to have a chance, bounces in and not able to make the catch. And Ratley going to round it around, and he will bring in a run. So how about that?
Woo, coming in hot. Yeah, home sweet home.
So that will go down as an infield single for the Mad Dog, as I'm pretty positive he was going to beat out that throw regardless, as it was kind of bobbled a little bit, but not enough to really call it an error there. There's not too, I know what's going on now, sorry. So yeah, as you see, that is correct, but Mabank able to draw just a bit closer, take the lead down to a half dozen. Coach Perez doing a little chatting. Or that actually might not be Coach Perez. That is not Coach Perez. I'm sorry. I'm not sure which of his assistants that is, but having a little chat with Cord out on the mound. So that will now bring up Jackson Whitaker, this young guy right here.
Jackson Whitaker, 11, 2027, center field.
So let's see what Witt can do with the man on. Still just the one out in the inning. Run put on the board by Mabank to draw a bit closer. First pitch he sees, going to be off the zone. Hall thought about checking back down over on first, but McCrossan able to get back in plenty of time, so Hall thinks better of the decision, leaves it alone. Witt standing strong in the box, waiting on pitch number 2. Johnson taking a little extra time. McCrossan took off, but Witt offered, ended up just getting a foul tip. So you got Witt up now, Green in the on-deck circle, Cullen McFall in the hole. 1-1 pitch. This one going to be lifted, but is going to end up foul. Man, there's there's a whole bunch of empty seats, and there's like one gentleman and his 2 young sons sitting out there. And, I mean, there's 15, 20 empty rows right next to them. And where did that ball end up? Right at their lap. So good job to get out of the way of that one. So 1-2 pitch now. Jackson down to his final strike. Let's see what he can do with it. And big offering, not able to make contact, so he will go down swinging. We'll now bring up the left fielder, this guy right here.
Quade Green, 2027, middle infield utility, number 10.
So Green picked up a single back in the second inning. See what he can do here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to him going to be off of the plate. He starts off with a ball. Still got McCrossan hanging out over on first. Shadows have fully enveloped the field here as the sun is going down. McCrossan took off and is able to get into second easily. The throw was a little offline there. Pitch was also a ball, so kind of a double positive situation there for Mabank as they move a runner up 90 feet. And Green finds himself ahead in the count 2-0. So let's see what the plan of attack is here. See if Green's got the swing away signal. And he's going to take one high. Good job to lay off of that one. 3-0 now, so would expect the bat to stay on the shoulder. We'll see what Johnson does. If he's able to rally back, get a strike across. McCrossan doing his thing, dancing back on second, trying to divide the attention. And, ooh, that one going to get in close to the numbers, and that will be a 4-pitch walk for Quaid. It'll put runners on first and second and bring up the first baseman. Now, Cullen was the only one who didn't come and do the audio for me, so this one's silent. I'm sorry, y'all. Well, it's actually going to be McFall whenever we get back because there is going to be a pitching change for Pittsburgh. We'll tell you all about it right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
All right, back here. As I said, pitching change for Pittsburgh. It is going to be the man that started off behind the dish, number 3, Lane Hall, coming in to take over the pitching duties. Going back behind the plate is going to be number 13, Case Bullard. For some reason, it seems off to me, but based on what is on my lineup card here, that is what it is. And it's also kind of difficult whenever both your catchers have 3s on them. But yeah, you know, I think they might have made a last-second change here, as they did have Lane Hall down as the catcher. But quite frankly, based on the dirt on the pants there of number 13, Case Bullard, I believe he's been the man behind the dish all night. I've just been seeing the 3 and not seeing the 1. So shame on me. So again, going to be the man who started off as the DH for the night. Now shifted over to play first base, Cullen McFall. Got 2 out, 2 on. fall, reached on an error his first time up. Going to take a mighty swing, not able to get a piece of the first pitch he sees. But so, yeah, Lane Hall on the bump here. That is for sure Lane Hall, number 3. Next pitch is going to be tapped back to him. And Hall had his hat off as he had kind of lost it there, but was able to catch it and catch the ball and make the throw over. So trifecta, it works out for that young man. So Mabank able to put one more on the board, but still got work to do. Need a shutdown inning right after this, and we'll see if they can get it right after this. My goodness, I'm losing it over here, y'all. Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local. All right, back to the game at hand. Moving over to the top of the 4th inning, 9-3. Pittsburg has led this one since the second batter. Conversation going on down the third base line, but it looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Still going to be Junior Parker Curtis up on the bump for your Panthers. Going to be the man that started off the game on the opposing side. Up to bat, Cord Johnson takes a mighty swing at the first pitch he sees, and that'll go down as strike number 1. Curtis sets again and is going to get another swing through. Kind of change the arm speed on that one. And now this one going to be tapped towards the third base dugout, the home side. Coach Matt going to come out, collect it. Another 0-2. This one going to be ripped past third. McGilvra laid out, trying to pick it up. Relay in is going to be behind the runner. And so that will be a leadoff stand-up double for Cord Johnson. We'll bring up the other Johnson in the order, Kevin Johnson. So far tonight, Kevin Johnson has got a 2 RBI double and a strikeout. So Mabank going to be hoping for the latter again here, but going to have some work to do as Curtis going to start him off 0-1. Lone runner standing on second. Curtis checks on him, comes set, deals, and that one's going to be swung at and missed. Shortstop here for the Pirates at the plate. Sticks the count, 1-1. Curtis does a double check on the lead runner, and now time going to be given to Johnson at the plate. Again, they go double Johnson in the, 4-5 hole? Or no, excuse me, 5-6 hole. And next pitch going to be off the zone, a little low. As Cord out there on second base playing with Ratley. Curtis checks over the shoulder. Now this one going to be swung on. Just catches enough of a piece. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. It was only one strike, so that will be strike number 2 here. I was going to say just enough to keep himself alive, but still got a couple of pitches to work with here. Ratley comes out from behind the dish, goes and talks to Curtis. Checking on his guy. Curtis trying to get the first out of the inning. Second batter of the inning. Now, going to keep him honest and check back over. Klein floating around in the area. And Johnson going to be awarded time again. And Curtis steps off, and I'm telling you, we're going to think about this 2-2 pitch a little bit. Now here we go to the plate, and that one's going to bounce in, gets away from Ratley. And Johnson thought about making that big corner, making that run. Took a big corner around third, but is going to hold up. Count full now. Another insurance run, standing just 90 feet away here for Pittsburgh with no outs. So another big opportunity hit for them to put on some insurance. Now Curtis stepped off. Oh, never mind. Umpire wasn't quite ready. Now got the mask on. Here we go. Curtis toes the rubber again. Gets set, delivers, and that one going to be just a hair low. So that'll be a free pass awarded. Oh, I never moved that runner. So now runners on the corners. Still nobody out here. So Nathan Netro going to head in. As Kevin Johnson now has had just about everything you can from the batter's box. Has a hit, a strikeout, and a walk. Only thing he doesn't have is a hit by pitch, and of course it's in my brain. And that's what happens. That's that broadcaster's curse there, thinking, oh, the only thing that hadn't happened is hit by pitch. And then you get a hit by pitch. So that'll load things up now. They're going to check on Netro. He's good, but coaching staff also going to want to come out here and talk to Parker. And it looks like Tucker going to head in to play in the field. So we're going to have another pitching change. See nobody coming in from the outfield. I didn't see anybody else walk in. Okay. Is that Slade? Yeah, it looks like Slade going to slowly work his way out. So from my guess, it looks like they're going to be putting Slade Beasley up on the bump. I will confirm that, and I'll come back and let you know about it. But before that, we're going to go take us a little break. We'll be right back here right after this.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056. For nearly 30 years, years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Just talking away and realized I couldn't hear myself. Meant y'all couldn't hear me either. But that assumption of mine was correct. Slade Beasley going to be coming in to take over on the mound. Haven't got to see Slade pitch yet this year, so excited to see what he brings to the table. First pitcher he is going to be facing is going to be Keegan Miller, the opposing second baseman. And Slade getting his final warm-up pitches in here. Do want to say appreciate everybody that has been rocking here with me. I looked earlier and had quite a few people watching here on a Saturday night. Had like 27, 28 y'all, something like that. So got to be honest, it's all right, here's something you've never heard me say. I'm a little disappointed in the crowd here tonight. Not many folks in green, if we're being quite frank, not many people in the gold of Pittsburg either. So not a large turnout here on a Saturday night, and I kind of expected it to be a little bit more. So it is what it is. I mean, it is a good little drive away, but I always like to support these guys as much as we can and catch as many games as we can. We encourage y'all to do the same, especially when it's a cool opportunity like this. So bad news is bases are fully loaded, and that is going to be a hit by pitch on the first pitch there. So Miller is going to pick up the RBI by just wearing one on the hip, and that has been a bugaboo tonight for the Panthers, man. Let's see, that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit by pitches that has happened, and wanting to go talk things through again is Coach McCrossan. And looks like we are going to have another pitching change here. And it is going to be Gunnar McGilvra coming in to take over on the mound. So one pitch and out for Slade. Didn't quite work out in his favor. They're going to see what Gunnar can do from the mound as Pittsburgh has now broken open, or now crossed into the double digits. 10-3 the lead. We're going to go ahead, I guess, and take another short break. I swear, y'all, I'm not planning all these breaks the way they're working out. It's just how it happens. We're going to take one. Be right back right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Moser Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Moser Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
Tell you what, while I got the chance, do want to just remind all those senior Mabank athletes out there, if you are in the Mabank High School class of 2026 and you have played a sport, I mean, again, it doesn't matter what sport it is, y'all. If you played a sport and you're out there and you need some money for college, well, go ahead and put in for that Cedar Creek Media Order of Athletic Merit Scholarship. April 10th is going to be the deadline. So honestly, we're kind of creeping up on that. Have about 3-ish weeks to get that in. There's instructions on all that kind of stuff on the MISD website. So, or maybe it's the high school website. It's either the district's website or the high school's website. I can't remember off the top of my mind. But either way, look up Mabank Scholarships. You will find the Order of Athletic Merit Scholarship in there. And if you are sitting at home and you think, hey, well, that's a pretty cool little cause, if you want to donate, scan that Venmo QR code you see right there in front of you. That will take you to the Cedar Creek Media Order of Athletic Merit Scholarship Venmo account, and you can make your donations there. We do appreciate that. And one Mabank male and one Mabank female senior athlete will be splitting that pot. So, again, if you are an athlete in the class of 2026 for Mabank, make sure to get your application in. And if you would like to donate, scan that Venmo code you see on the screen, and that'll take you right to it. All right, so Gunnar McGilvra up on the bump. First batter he sees is going to be a strike to him. This is the bottom man in the order, Cam Doughty, taking his cuts. Has walked and been hit by a pitch, so been on base both times, and neither one of them are an official at-bat. As that going to be just a hair high for Gunnar. Evens things up, 1-1 now. Gunnar working with ducks on the pond here. Big swing, going to be fouled back. Or it might have just skipped off of Ratley's glove. I'm not 100% positive. Didn't hear any aluminum, but crazier things have happened. So 1-2, going to get away. Runner is going to break for the plate and get across. So Pittsburg going to add another insurance run here. Runners remaining at second and third as everybody is going to move up. McGilver comes set. And fouled back here. Doughty keeping himself alive in the at-bat. Again, has reached a couple of times tonight, but still doesn't officially have an at-bat. Been hit by a pitch and walked. 2-2 now the count. And that one going to be in the dirt. That fills it up. (3-2) always kind of a difficult thing. Got to protect, but don't want to be swinging at junk. So maybe the hardest count to hit out of, and he does it with ease. Smoking it right there between the 5 and 6 hole. And that is going to be a CNI single and an RBI at that. 12-3 now going to be the score. And runners are going to stay at the corners.
Now batting number 2, Nick Stiles.
So brings off the leadoff man in the order, Nick Stiles. He's got a couple of singles and an RBI. Also been hit by a pitch. It was one of the, 5 gentlemen that have been hit by a pitch so far tonight. Still no outs here in the inning either. Check back on the runner at first. By the way, you did see Tucker come out of the dugout. He did go take his position over at first. So McFall back to the reserve role. Probably will stay as the DH, actually. Next pitch is going to find the strike zone. A little late on the call here. Actually, that was the first pitch of the AB. Stiles took it there. Got one RBI so far tonight, looking for a second. Again, going to check back on the runner. Doughty able to get back in well ahead of the throw. McGilvra taking a little extra time. 0-1 pitch is going to get in on the hands. And there's conversation here. Is it did get out of the batter's box, but are they going to say it hit in the box first? So don't have the benefit of replay. It did look like it hit Styles maybe on the wrist. So there's a conversation about it. If they're saying it is a batted ball, then it will be an out as Ratley checked back over and threw over to first. So conversation. Styles not walking away, so it looks like it will. Okay, now they are going to say it's an out. So they're going to say the ball is batted. Well, now a little more conversation going on here, so they're going to talk about it. Got a 4-man crew here tonight, so you got several angles on it. So let's see what the umpire crew decides to do here. I wish I got a microphone in that area, but not quite powerful enough to catch that, I don't believe. And it looks like they are going to stick with the call, so it is going to go as an out. So they do say the ball was batted, so runner is going to move up 90 feet. So runners on first and second. I'm not going to lie, I was looking down at a piece of paper, didn't see the first pitch. Looks like it was a ball. So one gone here in the inning, and this is Hall, the man who is now on the mound, coming to take his cuts. He's going to knock one towards the hot corner, and that is going to stay fair. 1 run going to come in. 2 runs going to come in. Throw was wide of second base as well. So that is going to be a 2 RBI stand-up double, second double of the night. Now 3 RBIs for Hall tonight.
Now batting number 6.
It is official. I mean, it's been a little crooked, for being honest, since the beginning of this one, but it is officially moved into real crooked territory. 14-3. And it is going to be the designated hitter, Maban, coming up to take the swings next. Coach McCrossan having a discussion with the home plate umpire, talking a few things out.
Number 12, Ryder Ratley, now pinch running. Ratley, pinch running at second.
Ryder Ratley going to be pinch running over at second base. That's a name we're familiar with over here in Mabank. I have to ask Rick if that's part of the same group of them there. All right, so 1 out, runner on second, DH up to bat, Maban. Got an RBI tonight. First pitch to him going to be off the plate. Has a single and has flown out and then was caught up in a fielder's choice. Or actually ended up on base, but officially goes down as a offer, but picked up an RBI in the situation as well. So now this one going to be close inside to him. Takes that for a strike, or excuse me, for a ball. So he's sitting pretty with the 2-0 count now. Next pitch going to be again rocked over to the hot corner. That is going to get into left field. Runner going to make it all the way in from second base. So that'll be the second RBI single of the night. Well, excuse me, second RBI and the second single for Maban.
Now batting number 21, Andrew.
So 15-3 now. And now I can feel a little more comfortable saying this. I didn't want it to sound like I was speaking ill, but again, Mabank able to get a 17-7 win over Pittsburg in the early going of the season. And now Pittsburg having their chance to sting back. This is going to be the 4-hole hitter, Andrew Moss. First pitch he sees is going to catch the outside corner of the zone for a strike. Oh, sorry, y'all. Here we go. Next pitch going to be just off of the plate for a ball. Sticks the count here. And that one, good job by Ratley to keep it in front of him. So Moss going to go ahead and at bat 2-1 here. Next pitch, going to catch the top corner there. Upper 90. Moss has walked, struck out, and grounded out tonight, so he is still looking for his first hit. And that one going to be located a little too high. Will now fill it up. McGilver gets set. And going to be just a little too far to the outside there. And that will put runners on first and second.
Now batting, number 9, Cord Johnson.
So Johnson going to be coming up. Cord Johnson, that is. And he will be the first of the double batters of the inning. Second time Pittsburgh has gone around in the inning. Started off this top of the fifth with top of the fourth with a double. First pitch he sees in this at-bat going to be bounced in for a ball. Yeah, if he hits another rocket like he did about 20 minutes ago, it's going to spell some more trouble here for the Panthers. Next pitch he sees going to be high above the numbers. McGilver gets set, delivers, and this one going to be hit in the gap right over second base. Runner going to make it all the way in from second, and that will be an RBI single. So just like the runners never took off. And now Cord Johnson is halfway through the cycle in just the fourth inning with a double and a single.
Now batting,
16-0 now. Or excuse me, 16-3. Not quite 16-0, but. So it is going to be Kevin Johnson stepping up now to take a few cuts. Actually, I apologize. They've got a substitution now. Ellie Manley going to be coming in off of the bench, get himself some PT. Got runners at first and second, still just the one out in the inning. First pitch he sees is going to be around the shoestrings for a ball. This game's kind of trickling along as the next pitch going to be also upstairs, and that will be a ball. Yeah, already at over 2 hours in game time. And sometimes these high school games can get done really quickly. Sometimes they drag out a little bit, especially these ones with the high scores. Next pitch is going to be just under the numbers. Not a whole lot of difference between that pitch and the one he saw before, but it will be called a strike. And McGilver battling, but not able to get that one in the location he wanted. So 3-1 now the count. Checking on that lead runner, double checks. Triple. Now to the plate. And that one going to be lifted in the air. And up to make the catch. Can't quite see who that is out there in left field. I apologize. Quade Green has been moved up to third base after McGilvra went to the mound. So that'll be just a little routine fly there for, excuse me, again, it was a substitution, Manley. Another substitution as Sergio Garcia going to come in here in Netro's spot. Number 16, Sergio Garcia, again stepping in for Netro. Netro had been playing at third base, so we'll see if that's where everybody plugs in. Little delay here of the man behind the dish umpire, but he's set to go now. Runners on second and third still. Got 2 outs now in the inning. Mabank trying to stop the bleeding. First pitch is going to be tapped. And McGilvra, was able to collect it and make a throw, but throw was offline. Would have been an absolute web gem if he was able to make the throw, but it will go down as a single. And it will load it up. Kind of scared me there for a second, folks. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but there was a plane that flew by, and I don't know, the sound it was making was like every plane disaster movie you've ever heard, that kind of high-pitched whistle. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. I had to check over myself, but we are good to go. So, ducks on a pond here. First pitch going to be collected by Ratley. Good job. This is the man that has been behind the plate most of the night tonight. Number 13, Chase Bullard, batting in place of Keegan Miller. Next pitch he sees is going to be high. So 2-0 now the count. McGilvra just trying to get us out of here. It's the second 7-run inning for Pittsburgh as they have put up 7 here in the top of the 4th. Big swing there. Not able to make contact, and that one might have ended up in the in-touch home run terrace out there in left field if he got a hold of it. Bigger guy, and I think he put just about all he had body weight-wise behind it. Next pitch, going to be around the shoestrings, so that'll be another ball. So 3-1 hitters count here. See what McGilvra does to attack. Don't want to groove one in to a guy like this. And that one going to be ripped foul. So we've seen a couple stay lined up over that base and be able to hook in just enough to stay foul. That time, just enough English on it to curve it out, make it go foul. There we go. I knew something didn't sound right. I didn't give you your crowd noise volume. There you go. All right, so full count. 2 outs, trying to get out of the top of the inning. Now time going to be granted here. Bullard steps out of the box, rethinks things. Checks the signals from Coach Perez, now back in the box. McGilvra comes set, and that one is going to be fouled back. So Bullard going to keep himself alive here. Everybody had broke on contact, of course, with 2 outs. That is what you coach, so everybody going to have to go back, reset. McGilvra set on the bump. And again, going to get another foul. So same process. Everybody walks back to their base. Looks like a couple of fresh baseballs going to be delivered to the umpire as well. So 3-2. And that one is going to be well outside. So that will be a free pass awarded. And that will be another run on the board. And it looks like we going to have another conversation here. As Coach Mack heads out to the mound. Looks like he is going to take the ball. Who is it going to be getting up on the bump now? So we are going to have another pitch and change. Am I seeing what I'm seeing here? Yeah. So how about this? I've never seen Mabank have to go through quite so many pitchers in a game, and that results in the Mad Dog, Maddox McCrossan, going to be hopping up on the mound. So we'll see what he can do with his opportunity to hurl it 60'6". We'll check that out right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
Number 10, Drake Boyles.
All right, so got to give her a little slack there. The handwriting is a little difficult to read, but it's going to be Drake Bowles up to take a couple of cuts as Pittsburgh has started to dig into the lineup a little bit, bring in some guys that didn't get the start on the on the field tonight. Here's a couple of strikes from Maddox McCrossan. Start off again. Mad Dog doesn't find himself on the mound very often, but finding himself in the driver's seat 0-2 here quickly. And going to get the swing and strikeout. So needed 3 pitches to get himself out of the inning. Let's go ahead and do this.
Winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
And that's the half inning in. So let's go ahead and take us another break. We'll come back with the bottom of the 4th right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network as I try and clear this all off real quick. Here we go. We'll be right back. Uh-oh. I'm messing it up over here. Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local. Well, folks, the Pirates have been doing their thing tonight, leading 17-3, and Mabank gonna dig into the roster a bit as well, as senior number 8 Kason Schreier going to be coming in to take a few cuts. Now, if I'm going to be just straight up honest with you folks, I just kind of stopped writing everything down, so I'm not positive where we are in the order. Kason swings and misses, and I tell you right now, this is one of my favorite dudes on the planet. Kason Schreier is a dude, as he is going to take a strike on the outside. He would not call himself a baseball player, but knew his team could use a little extra bolster into the back end of the lineup, and could use a little speed, and just a guy that's just a great locker room guy, and that is exactly what Kason Schreier is. Got a chance to really get to know him a bit over the summer, and I'm telling you, that is just a fantastic human being right there. If you are out there in the world and here in about 4 or 5 years, you start getting an application in from a guy named Kason Schreier, hire him. Doesn't matter what your business is, hire that kid. You want him around. Now 3-2 pitch, and he is going to find himself on base with the free pass here. That is going to, who is this going to bring up? Oh, this is Ryland McFall. Another one of the McFalls on the line, or in the Mabank dugout tonight. First pitch he sees. Going to be offline for a ball. One-0 pitch is going to catch the corner of the zone there. A little high heat. Hall's had some trouble keeping that ball cap on tonight. A few times he's pitched, it's kind of flying off of him, but hey, it's working, getting a few extra MPHs out of it. And now, big offering, not able to make contact, so McFall finds himself down 1-2 here. Got to protect. Schreier standing over on first. Going to check back on Schreier. Able to get back in plenty of time. So Hall comes set. Delivers, and it's going to be just high. So good eye there by McFall. So now 2-2. Still got a little chance to work with here. Couple of youngsters down there playing by my field, Mike. And, ooh, that time going to paint the corner there. McFall going to go down looking for the first out of the half inning. Brings up the senior first baseman and pitcher, Big Tucker Davis. Let's see what Tuck can do with it here. Hall taking a little extra time to get set. Now delivers. That's going to be roped right back to Hall. He's going to make the throw over to first. Another throw over to second. Twin killing to get out of the inning there. 3 up, 3 down. And we are going to move into the top half of the 5th. Right after this, they were starting to come out, but I didn't think the game was over, but still got a little more baseball to play. We'll be right back after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056. For nearly 30 years, years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
All right, heading into the top of the fifth here. Still going to be the Mad Dog, Maddox McCrossan, out on the mound. And by the way, that put Gunnar McGilvra back at third, and it put Quade Green over at shortstop. And it looks like that is, I believe, number 18, Rylan McFall, out in left field. So looks like you also got Kaysen Schreier out in right field now, taking over for Gavin Foote. Of course, we saw Kaysen come up to bat in the bottom half of the fourth there, was the only man to get on board. Got cut down as the lead runner on that double play. So Mabank going to need a shutdown here and then to come back and score at least 4 in the bottom of the inning, at least the way it sits, to keep this thing going beyond the fifth. So first offer of the at-bat from McCrossan, going to be just a hair low. So I'm sorry, as Pittsburgh again and Mabank have started to substitute. I didn't hear the young man. Okay, it is Hall that is up to bat. I didn't hear the announcement, but I saw the number there. So Lane Hall, who has done a pretty good job on the mound for his squad, is going to lift one high in the air. My goodness, Mabank lucky that that thing didn't straighten out. Oh, actually, as I finally see it come down, it would have probably nestled in easily in left field, but off of the bat, that thing looked like it might have landed over at the Amelie Frisco crossing, whatever that building is back there behind left field. So long strike, 1-2 now. And McCrossan going to bounce one in to even things up, 2-2 now. Again, McCrossan is not one that typically moves around. He pretty much stays in that 6-hole all the time. Now on the mound, and he is going to throw a big old breaking ball and get his first strikeout of the night.
She comes winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So one gone. I believe they said Roswell now going to be the one up to bat. First pitch he sees is going to be for a strike. And this is going to be lifted. End up foul. So going to find himself down 0-2. So this is Cade Roswell. He's been playing center field tonight, but was the man that they were designated hitting for. So he's getting his first hacks at the plate tonight. Fouled back another pitch, so another 0-2 going to be on the way for Roswell. And again, Maddox trying to throw that breaking pitch. That time just kind of lost control of it. Or honestly, might have just held on to it a bit too long as the pitch ended up well on the outside of the plate. So 1-2 now. Maddox trying to get another quick punch out. And that one going to be laced out towards left field. And, had to pull up on it. was not quite able to get over there in time. So that'll be a single. I'll put a man on board here. McCrossan going to be working with some runner, or with the, my goodness, I can't even think of what I'm trying to say right now. Going to be working with some danger. There we go, working with some danger on the base paths. Not get the word out there. So first pitch of this at-bat going to end up in the dirt and kind of squirts away from Ratley there. That is going to allow the runner to move up 90. This is Andrew Moss up to bat. Now he is going to foul one back. Evens the count up at 1-1. Runner at second. Staying aggressive. Now strike going to be placed on that outside corner. So Maddox again going to have somebody right where he wants him with the 1-2 count. Next pitch is going to be swung on and missed.
She comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So Maddox McCrossan with his second punch out of the inning. Brings up the man that started out on the mound for the Pirates, Cord Johnson. Had a successful day both from the plate and on the mound. Now that's going to be lifted out towards left center, but Whitaker going to be able to range over in time and make the play. So Mabank going to be able to keep Pittsburg off of the board for only the second time in a half inning. So good job by them. Good job by the Mad Dog. Come in, shut things down. Well, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves another little short break, but when we come back, we'll have the bottom of the fifth for you right here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Your look matters. And around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
All right, so back here to it. Still got a Hall up on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Did just now look down and saw a notification from about 15 minutes ago. My Texas Longhorns upset the number 3 seed Gonzaga Zags 74-68 in the second round of the men's NCAA tournament. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you, but gotta have something go right for me tonight, you know? Gonna bring up another one of my favorite dudes on this ball club, known this guy since he was a kid, Matthew Ratley. He is gonna rip one, and man, that is over everybody's head. Gonna 3-cap the wall, and that is gonna be an easy triple. As that, man, I'm telling you right now, that right fielder has got an absolute cannon of an arm, but how about that missile off of the bat of Matt Ratley there? Going to go in with a stand-up triple and put himself in scoring position here. Man, that thing had some steam coming off of it. Might want to check and make sure there's not a couple of laces busted on that thing. Now here's Gunnar McGilver. First pitch he sees going to be high. Man, that might be the hardest I've ever seen Matthew Ratley hit a ball. And how about this? Oh, man. Gunnar just going to have one of those just pieces of bad luck there as he rips one. I mean, just rips one off of the bat there. First baseman, you're going to be able to range over, has to take a step or two, and able to make the play. And man, that was beautiful. I mean, before I could even get the button hit, it was already over. So that is going to bring up the man who's kind of brought some stability to the mound here, Maddox McCrossan. First pitch he sees is going to be off of the zone for a ball. Just need some kind of tap here to get Ratley in. And that is, oh man, back to back, just rips from the Panthers that just end up right where the defense is. And that time Hall, I mean, that was defense not only for his team, but defense for himself to save from wearing that one. But able to get it in the web, and McCrossan hadn't had his head down all night. And that time, that kind of got him. Man, that must have been 100 off of the bat, but just ends up going right at the defender. Man, I'm telling you. Might have to cut that one up and send that one to Hall's family. He might try and put that one on ESPN. That was a heck of a snag. Now, tip ball going to end up back behind home plate here. By the way, Jackson Whitaker, 4-hole hitter. Trying to keep Mabank's hopes alive here. One pitch is going to bounce in the dirt. And there, Pittsburgh not even going to try. As Ratley going to trot on in, so it gives us a chance for one more.
Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
So 2-1 now the count. As Mabank draws a little bit closer with that run across the board. Next pitch going to be high and out of the zone. So hitters count now for Jackson Whitaker. Hall sets and delivers, and that's going to be off of the plate. Or no, they're going to say it got a piece. Or no, okay, I think the board was wrong. I think it was 2-2, and now it is 3-2. And that is going to be a free pass. So Witt going to find himself on board. I'm sorry, get that lead runner off of there as he is gone. Scored a run. It's going to bring up Quade Green now. Quade has found himself in several positions tonight, has played all over that left side of the field. Third, short, and left field. So 2 gone, 1 on. 1 run across here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be some chin music there for Quade. Had to get out of the way. So 1-0 now. Next pitch also going to be inside. So 2-0. Pittsburgh fans disagreeing. 2-0 pitch is going to find the corner of the zone for a strike. So Hall gets himself back into it. 2-1. Mabank trying to extend this game on. And next pitch going to be high above the numbers. So Green doing a good job. Again, this is second game in 24 hours for Mabank as they took on Van last night. Found themselves down a couple of times, but were able to come back and squeak away the win 7-6. And Green had a hand in that. And he is going to take a walk there to keep the half inning alive for Mabank. It is now going to send Bryson Morris up to bat. It looks like Hall is going to get pulled here, and they are going to bring in, looks like that is number 15. That is Eli Manley. Going to come in and see if he can record the last out needed here for Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 5th. While they let him warm up, we're going to take a short break, come back right here after this.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Moser Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Moser Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local. All right, so the lefty Manley on the bump here to try and close things out for the Pirates. As you see, 17-4, and things kind of fell apart early for Mabank, if we're going to be honest with each other. Gave up 7 in the top of the first. Kind of clawed away back in the bottom of the second, cut the lead to 7-2. But gave those 2 runs back in the third, and then things went bad again in the fourth. 8 runs allowed in that fourth. That is how we've got to the 17 that you see on the board. Funny enough, Mabank beat Pittsburgh 17-7 back in the beginning of the season. So Pittsburgh getting their lick back, putting 17 on the Panthers tonight. Again, lefty Manley going to be on the bump. Bryson Morris going to be batting. First pitch he sees going to be low around the shoestrings for a ball. Bryson, the thumbnail cover boy tonight, so glad to see him with the stick in hand. Next pitch is also going to be gone, and they're going to no-throw the runners. So that will advance everybody up 1 base. Whitaker standing on third now, Green on second. Morris waiting on the 2-0 pitch. He offers that, can't make contact. So Manley gets himself back into the at-bat, 2-1 now. Lefty checked on the lead runner now. Going to deliver. Looked like it was a breaking ball that they do not give him the spot. So Morris going to find himself in the hitter's count, 3-1. Manley trying to close this thing out. And it is going to be tapped foul by Morris. So that'll fill things up, 3-2. Morris doing a good job battling again. First at-bat of the night for him, and he is the first person to see a lefty tonight. So staying tough here is the mighty redhead, Bryson Morris. And next pitch going to be lifted foul. Lands well behind the first base line. Close to the club level back here. So another payoff pitch here for Manley. Here it comes, and that is going to be offered at and missed. Strike 3, but they're going to have to check it down over to first, and they are able to make it work out for him. And I believe, I was pretty positive and making sure, and that is going to be the ball game. So final tonight Pittsburg going to win this one 17-4. And again, they are going to, if you want to look at it this way, they're going to technically win the season meeting as they win by 13 runs, or Mabank won by 10 in the first meeting. They won't see each other again unless for some reason they decide to do a playoff warm-up type thing or something like that. But, yeah, they're going to split the season series 1-1. And if you want to give to Pittsburgh on run differential, I guess you can make that argument. So, all right, well, it is, I'm not going to lie to you. As a Mabank guy myself, it was, I'm not going to say the funnest baseball game I've ever been to, but it is definitely one of the favorite venues I've been to. And I'm just glad at any time I get to hang out here and watch a little Panther baseball. It is always a good time here. So, all right, well, we'll be back next week. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have the schedule here in front of me, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing next week. But as you know, I'll find a camera and a ball game and be there. So, anyway, appreciate you all being here. Again, final tonight, 17-14. Pittsburgh takes the win here at Ryder Field. Thank you for riding with me. I've been Taylor Honey for Cedar Creek Media on the Mabank Athletics YouTube channel. We will see you next time. You know, let's hit him with the old outro, even though JD's not here anymore.